Hey, everybody. You're listening to Crystal here with the Plant Pusher podcast. And what's really, really exciting is that we're here with you to always talk about all things plants, colors, textures, shapes, their impacts on your life. I love working with plants. I love introducing you to new plants. And here at Plant Pusher, that's what I do. I push you straight to the plants. Hey, everybody. So I want to welcome you back to another episode of Plant Pusher. You know it's me. I'm your favorite plant pusher. And I'm really excited because I want to really go into something we've never really talked about before. I want to talk about the beauty of seed saving. So I love seeds. I love growing things, as you know. But more than anything, I hear people ask me, like, what seed saving? How do I do it, right? So seed saving is a really dope practice of collecting, and storing seeds. And what I love about it is that basically it gives the future of plants another opportunity to go further. So it's really, really neat. It's been passed down through generations. It allows us to preserve, to propagate varieties that have been really well studied that fit different cultures and climates. So it's really, really interesting. So for me, when I think of seed saving, I think of how I can impact and grow more in the future and today. I look at how I can take those seeds with me into other regions and climates and how I can spread the beauty of plants that I love so much. So that's just my personal thing. I love it. So seed saving is really crucial. It's crucial for several reasons. First, you got the opportunity to help maintain biodiversity by preserving different plants from different varieties. Then we have like many commercial seed companies that focus on a limited range of popular crops, whether that's corn or melons, oranges, herbs, things like that. So you've got your large companies that just focus on their big movers and shakers. But then the only thing about that is that it really leads to a loss of genetic diversity, meaning that there's so many varieties of different things. For example, there are tons of varieties of different types of melons. There's tons of varieties of just watermelon alone, let alone cantaloupe and other melons around the world. So for every item, there's this rich variety that comes in it. Think of it like, how many different varieties of your favorite shirts do you have? You've got it in different colors, different styles. There's buttons, no buttons, there's zippers, variety. Variety is really, really important. So I think that when you think about saving seeds, you want to do your best to save heirloom seeds, number one, which means they can be planted. And then they also can produce fruit that bears seeds. And those two can then in turn be planted again for another crop to grow more. Okay. But then you also want to do rare varieties. You want to ensure that we continue to support the existence of beautiful, rare plants, right? So that's something to always consider. Like I said, I love seed saving, but I think oftentimes we forget that the beauty and the rareness in certain varieties of foods that are grown all around the world. So outside of that, I think that we have to remember that this is really about promoting self-sufficiency and resilience, okay? Because we're not trying to be wiped off the earth and hungry. If we're going to be here, let's eat great while we're here, okay? So when we save seeds from our own plants, we become less dependent on purchasing things, every single season. It's essentially, you guys, it's really important for small-scale growers and farmers like you and I and gardeners that we have control over our food production. We want to know what's on it, what's in it, how it benefits us, what we enjoy. Seed saving, when you harvest those seeds, for example, let's say they come from a tomato, and then you decide that you're going to, rinse them, you're going to vacuum seal them and store them in the freezer, for example. That is the best way to do it, because when you freeze them, you're freezing them at their peakness. You're not allowing extreme heat to take over, or you're not allowing for the seeds to simply not be cared for properly. So store them and freeze them. It's one of the best things you can do for your seeds as you continue to save seeds for your next season, your next harvest, your next production run. So I think that for me, the process of saving seed varieties, it really varies depending on the type of plant. Generally, you want to allow the plant to mature fully to produce the seeds. Once the seeds are ready, you can harvest them, remove any debris or any pulp. And it's important to let these seeds dry out completely before you store them in a cool, dry place. Then you want to label them properly. You want to know the type of seed you saved. You want to know the year you saved it, possibly the month as well, because we want to know that you harvested the seed either in peak season or was it frozen first? What did you do? So remember, when you're getting something like a beautiful apple that you enjoy or a peach or any type of seed from any fruit or vegetable that you truly enjoy, you want to rinse that seed off, get any pulp from around it, dry it with a paper towel, allow it to sit in a cool place. And then from there, if you choose to freeze it next, that is just an extra layer of protection to keep that seed ready and available. And there are some beautiful places around the world that have beautiful seed vaults that have like seeds from all over the world in their vault to preserve the eating habits and culture of different groups. And so they have them in some really, really unique places that you would never even imagine. In some really cold places like Iceland and Antarctica or Greenland. It's really, really neat. So when you do a little research, that's a pretty dope thing because you wouldn't imagine how saving the seeds is so important around the world to different groups of people and has been for years. So remember that some seeds are easier to save than others, okay? Open pollinated plants, which are pollinated by the wind or by insects. That's one option. And there are other natural means are generally easier to save seeds from. So you want to think about your tomatoes, your beans, your lettuce, any plant that you directly see that seed right in front of you. Don't leave those out, okay? Because on the other hand, you have plants that are cross-pollinated, such as corn or squash, and they require a little bit more, attention to prevent unwanted crossbreeding, but it's beautiful, okay? You're going to really enjoy the benefits of those plants. So remember, when you're growing something beautiful, don't be so quick to throw the seed out. If you grew it, you took great care of it, you didn't spray it with, tons of pesticides or anything, you grew it organically, even if you're not labeled an organic, grower, that's okay. Harvest and save those seeds and swap them out with a friend. Go to a local community group, go to a local gardening club and swap seeds. I got some of the most beautiful peach trees from a local family many years ago. And I planted those seeds and grew amazing trees from them. And those trees are still at that particular location to this day. And so they grew those on their farm, and I was so happy to plant those and allow another family to really enjoy a locally grown peach from a locally grown peach tree from a grower that was growing them, in their home with their family for fun. So there's so much beauty to what we can offer. Saving seeds is like saving a little bit of you. It's a piece of your soul, right? So be good to the plants. The plants can be good to you. It's Crystal. I am your favorite plant pusher, pushing all this dope plant on you, okay? So stay tuned. Don't forget, save the seeds, save your soul, save your mama, the whole 9 yards. And I look forward to talking to y'all again. Stay tuned. This show, Plant Pusher Podcast, is brought to you by Possibilities Podcast Platform. We appreciate you listening. Stay tuned. Your favorite episode is up next.